Hey guys, and welcome back to the next recap part of the Dark Looters vs Sons of Anarchy war. This will be the Town Hall 11 version of it, and we have 4 amazing 11 vs 11 triple to show. 6-pack by Flossie and 6-pack by me. And yeah, once again, shout out to Sons of Anarchy for doing this 40 vs 40 war, since few of the other clans just said, nah, we won't match you guys in 40 vs 40, since we think we have the best chances in a 30 vs 30, and we don't think that we would lose that hard on this breakdown. So yeah, once again, shout out to them for doing this amazing breakdown to us, even though they knew that it wouldn't feature them, but in the end, thanks once again. So looking at this at these raids, I will break down these quite in detail. So I try to explain what Flossie tried to accomplish, what I tried to do, and since it's a Town Hall 11 attack, I can talk about these kind of attacks the most. So looking at the space at the 2-star point of view for a Town Hall 10, it's really hard on the threshold. All of the expos are on ground, and it's really hard to get to the Town Hall, since we figured or tried to think about zapping one of the sweeper, but in the end it still would be kind of risky. So we went for a Queen Walk into Kill Squad attack and still didn't know for the giant bombs. In the end it was a fresher 2-star, so it was a really nice executed plan. So Flossie and me thought about doing the same Queen Walk and Kill Squad part, but it would be way too expensive from the spells and from the troop costs. So this way we decided to just do Kill Squad. We knew the Treslas, we knew the CC, so it was kinda easy to plan a Kill Squad, since we would just have to kill the Queen, the Inferno, and one of the ADs with this Kill Squad. We knew that there would be a Tesla just between the walls over here and the building over here. So we decided to bring one loon to kill the Tesla. As all of you guys know, one level 7 loon needs 1 drop and 1 death drops on the Tesla. This way we will clear the Tesla and this building as well. Then we can use the Warden for funnel these few buildings over here, and this way we can use the King and Wallbreaker for getting into this. It's important that at least few of these buildings are gone, so the Queen won't walk, and this way we can jump into this compartment using the poison on the Queen and on the CC. And the nice part of this base was this cannon street to the Eagle. So this way the Laloon part was already set. This Reaper is pointing into the wrong direction for the Laloon. So this way you can abuse this street to the Eagle, just place some loons on these buildings to just secure the safety of this way, using Rage on the Eagle and on the Inferno. So really nice value over there. Using these Wizard Tower and the Inferno as well, so he's getting really value out of this as well. And so it's really nice pathing for the loons, since here's the Barbarian King. They will path around to this AD, path around to the last AD. So this base should be RIP. Looking at the attack itself, he's placing the Warden to just snipe off the few of the buildings. And as a Town Hall 11, on these hybrid attacks, you will never ever use golems, as far it's not required 100%, since you don't have to tank whatever thousands of point defenses or want to tank the Eagle, few of the shots or anything like that. So you won't go for the golem, since the Warden can help with the funnel really nicely. Having a small Warbreaker fail, this way he have to use the Warden, have to use the King ability, and using the Warden ability really nicely, so some of the Barbarians are still alive. Boros are going for the AD, everything is getting soaked in from the CC and the enemy Queen. And at this point we already knew this should be 3 stars with the Laloon part, because like I said, this street is just insanely nice for the loons. Loons are getting in, so the street will just stay, and the loons are coming in, getting the first cannon, getting the second cannon, freeze and rage, and everything is going through the Inferno compartment. The 2 hounds alive, raging everything into the third AD, still 1 hound alive, and this way that will be overkill, and the first 11 vs 11 triple. So really nicely done by Flossie. Backside loons for securing the 3-star. Everywhere are our minions, so the cleanup is secured. And this will be once again 3 stars. Really nice hit by Flossie. His first out of 2 triples in this war. The second attack will be by me, and this time I will use Golem, even though I don't use them normally. Like I said, you use them only if you want to tank the few of the eagle shots. I wanted, you can kill this base with a Loon CC just with 2 side heroes for the enemy queen, but since it's a small CC with Baby Dragon and other troops, it's kinda hard to get the CC and the enemy queen. And in my opinion, poison on the Baby Dragon CC and on witches or whatever are kinda risky. So I went for the safe plan and just for the heavy kill squad for the eagle and for 2 of the infernos. The problem for this was the funnel, since this is kinda old base with the anti-golem base for the Tesla. That means there are Teslas between these 2 buildings, over here and over here. These 2, typically the Tesla are between those 2 buildings, but he messed up, so there won't be this Tesla popping up. So normally you want to drop the golem on this Tesla. This Tesla will pop up, the golem will redirect to this Tesla. Then this Tesla will pop up, the golem will walk around, and once again on the 4th Tesla. That is the idea of the base, and it's kind of old. I think one about minor bowler meta. So we knew the base already on the 2-star attempt. So he knew the Teslas over there. He went in front with the 2-star attack from this side, jump spell to the town hall and securing the 2-star with some backside baby dragons and sniping these Tesla. So I knew for my attack there won't be black mines or other thing for in front of the Tesla, and this way I decided to come from this part of the base. But the problem was I wanted to counter these anti-golem funnel Tesla. My problem was to funnel my kill squad into this compartment. I had to funnel my kill squad even in the compartment as well. That means this wizard tower over here would lure my troops always to this part of the base. I wanted to path my troops just into this eagle and kill these two Inferno towers and the last AD over here. This AD, I don't know, I don't even care whether it would be down or not, since I want to start my Laloon from 3 o'clock. Skeleton spells on the queen with the rage spell, and then the hound would path from this AD to this AD, and everything would be fine. So I had to clear this wizard tower with any troop, and I was able to do that with dropping few loons on the Tesla over here between these 2 buildings, clearing this cannon, and this way I was able to clear all of these buildings with the warden, since I can just snipe them and don't have to use other troops. And this way I get this elixir storage. Since the elixir storage got more HP than this wizard tower, I can just drop all of my bowlers onto the elixir storage and clear this way the wizard tower. The funnel on the other side I was just creating with the queen, tanking this archer tower with the golem and just waiting for my queen to clear these buildings and wall break in and then just waiting my kill squad to smash everything into the space, backside Laloon, easy 3-star. That was the idea. Jumping into the attack, I'm using the 3 loons. I was thinking about 4 loons for just going the safe way, but if I would use 4 loons, I would run the risk getting the CC range. If I get into the CC range, the baby dragon will come out and my warden won't get the job done for the funnel. So this way I just had to use 3 and hope for the best. In the end, the loon didn't went even down on the Tesla. This way I'm getting all of the loons on the cannon. This way it will be cleared. Placing the warden, waiting a little bit for the warden to clear all of this buildings, and as soon as the last hit on this building will be done, I can place the golem with the queen and the boulders on this building. Golem is placed, queen is placed, and my boulders are placed. They are going for the wrong building at first, then throwing rocks at the elixir storage. Closely the wizard tower is going down, poison and rage for the DC, and like I said, I don't even wanted my golem for the tank, I just wanted my golem for the first eagle shots. Since the eagle shots can be tanked, I can use my warden ability when my boulders are near to the inferno towers, and this way I get even more value out of it. Golem is getting popped, and I have to use my warden ability since all of my boulders stayed right next to the giant bomb. Using my warden perfectly. King is going for the eagle, everything is looking fine, but then, whoops, my king is just going for the wall. My queen is thinking, yeah, I should just follow my sweetheart through the wall. And I already thought in the attack, please no, just come back, kill all of this inferno towers, just do your job. Trying to funnel them back into the base with this 1 minion. And yeah, that wasn't the idea. The problem why I didn't even start with the loon was because, in my opinion, the pathing to this inferno was better. So I didn't know what my queen would do. Since she came back, I decided just to go with the loon from 3 o'clock, pressing the ability and hoping for the best with the loon. Loons are coming in, haste spell for the first few buildings, rage and skeleton spells for the queen to secure some of the damage on the hounds. Everything is looking fine so far. Still 3 haste spells left. And yeah, like I said, I wanted this inferno tower to go down. Still 2 haste spells left. And few of the minions are still working on the cleanup. And other part of my plan was, or I had to decide why I was attacking, what I will do with this last 2 loons on the Tesla that I placed right now, whether I would delay them, whether I would save them for the cleanup or whatever. So the plan was, or the idea in my head was, delay them a little bit, so when my loons cleared these buildings, they will stay here and clean up. I didn't saw the expo and this way placed them a little bit too early, but in the end the expo went down early enough, and this way one of the loons will stay there, will clean up, and this way it will be 3 stars, and the second 11 versus 11 triple for dark looters. So the next one, 2 to go. This one once again Flossie. And yeah, this was a kind of fast plan, since it's just one of the crucial mistakes that you could do as a Town 11 builder. Never ever build a base where you can enter from one inferno compartment, where you can reach from one inferno compartment 2 ADs, the queen, the CC, and an expo and a wizard tower and whatever you want to. So the plan was just to jump into the first inferno compartment, funnel a little bit, and get all of the troops in, loot for the backside. This was the idea. The tricky part of this plan was the funnel, since you can't place boulders on this buildings, since I don't know whether he knew that in building this base, but dark elixir drills have about 200 HP more than gold mines, and this way you can't use boulders. So he had to use baby dragons, which weren't that bad as well, because this way he could just tank the archer towers. So he went the safe way. And once again, this time he don't want it to secure any eagle shots or anything like that. So he doesn't went with a golem and just with his heroes and the 7 boulders. Using the baby dragons for the funnel, and the second using the king and the warden for clearing the first buildings. The king is walking in the right direction. Jump is already placed. Queen is placed for the king funnel. And everything is looking fine so far. Boulders are getting in. CC is coming out. Poison spells, so the poison will reach the enemy queen. And perfectly done. He's using the king ability. And I see a lot of Town Hall 11, a lot of other Town Hall 11s are using the king ability and just smashing with another finger just on the same time the warden ability, which is kind of jump, because the king is spawning all of his barbarians over time, which means he needs few seconds to spawn nearly all of his barbarians. And this way, when you use your king and warden ability nearly on the same time, you have round about 5 maybe barbarians in your warden ability, and the rest of the spawned barbarians are just wasted more or less and getting beamed to death by the inferno. So if it's possible, just delay your warden ability. This way, I don't know, would count the barbarians, but this way you can just use the warden ability a little bit delayed, and this way getting plenty of small barbarians in the warden ability and just smash everything. Warden ability used, green is smashed, everything is jumping into the inferno compartment. And what he did really nicely was the early Laloon part, because he knew what the kill squad would get. Everything jumped into the compartment, so he knew this AD would be down too. And this way, since there are expos, the eagle, the other troops and point defenses that could target either his troops or his or his Laloon part, he started the Laloon. So the damage will be on both parts of his plan, and this way he's getting even more value out of it. Rage spell for the expos, freeze on the Inferno Tower, and all of the loons are getting soaked in on the expos. Haste spell, so the loons getting faster to the Inferno Tower. He started really early on the 9 o'clock part, which is really nice, because all of the damage is getting shared with all of his other troops that way. Queen ability is getting used, and this way the eagle is down, and this base is once again ripped. Really nice hit by Flossie. And the third 11 vs 11 triple for the Dark Looters, and his second 11 vs 11 triple, which means 6-pack 11 vs 11 for Flossie. Really nice hits by him. And the last attack will be once again by me. And this base is kinda old as well, I think. So there are a lot of bases which with kind of the same Inferno compartments, which means this standard Inferno compartment with this square around it, and this, I don't know, L roundabout, or how you want to call it, this compartment. So a path into the base, more or less. And you want to never ever do what he did on this base and use the eagle on the end of one of this path, because the only job the attacker has to do is funnel your troops into this path and kill the Inferno, kill the air defense, kill the queen, kill the CC, kill the eagle, and get whatever he wants to. So this way I just had to figure out how I would funnel these troops into this compartment. And the plan was to get 2 loons and a haste spell onto this archer tower, and this way I will get this down. Even though if there is a black mine, I still would have got the archer tower, and then using few minions on these buildings over here. So after that I could use my Barbarian King on this library on the upper corner, So this way he will go after the library to the elixir storage, and after that into the compartment. This way I could use few of the boulders onto this storage to kill the wizard tower, and few wizards on this army camp. I would need 2 of them since the archer tower is in range, so my boulders will get into the kill squad after I use them to kill these 2 buildings and won't walk to the right. My queen will just getting placed a little bit delayed, warwick in and getting into the compartment. Other problem was the expo range and the cannon range. I didn't know whether my king would tank that, so I had a king to tank these 2 buildings so I could get my warwickers in safely, and that was the funnel plan. We knew out of the 2-star that behind these 2 storages would be Tesla, and behind these 2 storages as well. So I just had to place 1 loon above of these 2 storages. This way it would path to this AD. Few loons behind, few loons on this archer tower, on this Tesla, on this archer tower. Haste pads for getting these loons from this Tesla to the wizard tower, and then a value rage spell on these buildings, haste spell on few loons that will funnel these 2 buildings, and this way all of the loons will just path into the inferno. Tesla was between this AD and inferno, so this way the pathing will be even better. Free spell on the inferno and everything is getting soaked up into the last part of the base. Since I don't like that much the heal spell in the Laloon, I took a rage spell for this last part, so no problems for my loons. And then just overpowering the backside with the Laloon power. So that was the idea, starting the replay. 1 haste and the 2 loons for the archer tower. There wasn't even a black mine, so won't be a problem using few minions. And since I wanted to drop my barbarian king on the library, and after that he should go on the elixir storage, I waited a little bit so I would be safe that all of the buildings are down and my king won't walk. Placed them a little bit off, so my boulders went for the library, my king went to the storage, which shouldn't happen, but in the end my boulders getting this way the wizard tower not fully down, using the giant and the wallbreaker to get into the base, rage spell, king ability, and once again waiting a little bit with the warden ability to spawn as much barbarians as possible. Warden ability, rage spell, boulders are going down into the base, and I just forgot to place 2 more boulders. So more or less I just swagged 2 boulders before I even started the Laloon. CC is getting killed by my max queen. She's going through all of the buildings. Cannon is next. Queen, and then the enemy king. And after that the eagle. So my kill squad got everything I wanted to. And at this point I already knew this will be just the matter of the Laloon. Already placed a cleanup minion. And just the loons for the different parts of the base on the front of the loons, for the loons. Like I said, few loons for the archer, for the wizard tower. Freeze and haste spells, so everything is getting faster through the base. And roundabout at this moment of the attack, I noticed, oh shit, I got few boulders left, so I tried to just use them as effectively I could. So I placed them on the dark elixir drill and tried to snipe the archer tower, and at least I helped a little bit the loons. And in the end, too much loons left for the archer and for the air defense, for the archer tower and the air defense, and this will be 3 stars and the 6-pack for me, and the 4th 11 vs 11 triple for the dark looters. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of a little bit deeper into the planning of the Town 11 hits. Since I'm mainly a Town 11 hitter, I can talk a little bit more about these attacks, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned a little bit different that you didn't know already. So yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and to see you guys once again in the comments. I like to write to all of you guys, so really nice from all of you to comment that much. And yeah, see you next video, and bye bye.